Hey everybody, it's me, Eric Conley, Garrett County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is On the Ground. I started these in March when we went into, this whole pandemic situation, and just as an opportunity to kind of get out and explore and do something a little bit different, and try and be a little bit more creative in my job, and it's been really wonderful to be able to get out and do all the exploration and the discovery and get out and see some things that I've never seen before. And more than anything else is to kind of invite you all in, or invite you all out to see some of the things that we have in Kentucky. It's really just such a gorgeous state, and I am so thankful for the opportunity to come out and do this. So I wanted to touch on this plant and kind of this group of plants. So this plant that we're looking at, scientific name is Solidago albopilosa, okay, which is also called white-haired goldenrod. Now, it is a member of the aster family, Asteraceae, which is a absolutely enormous family, and so which includes things like the sunflowers and ironweeds and boneset, and a lot of the things that you're seeing right now. Our roadsides and fields are absolutely covered up with asters. So this, though, is one that's a little bit different. Solidago being all of our goldenrods, and as you all are well aware, the Kentucky state flower is the goldenrod. Now, one of the issues that always comes up about the goldenrod, especially when I explain it to kids as a 4-H agent, and we're out doing a hike or whatever, and I say, okay, I want you all to tell me which goldenrod is the state flower. And they're like, what do you mean, which one? And I say, well, there's 35 goldenrods in Kentucky. And they're like, what? And how do we know which one it is? And so I'm not totally certain. I think the one that they deem as the state flower is Solidago canadensis. It's probably the most common one that we see. But this particular goldenrod looks obviously a little bit different. When we look at like Solidago canadensis or some of our other goldenrods, we see them. They have this kind of this panicum where the flower structure is on top. They have those kind of drooping groups of flowers that we see on a very tall stalk. This one, though, is a little bit different. So this is white-haired goldenrod, like I said, and the etymology of the scientific name, Solidago means kind of to make whole, and albopilosa, albo being white, and pilosa meaning soft hairs or fur. And if you look, and I know that you all won't be able to see it, but if you look along the stem here, you can absolutely see this the pilos hair, or this kind of soft, downy looking hair that's all along the stems of this particular plant. This one is really unique for one particular reason. Number one, and one only, well, there's other things, but the one that most, as far as I'm concerned, is this one is endemic, okay? So that means that it is endemic only to Kentucky. We only find it here. I'm actually in the Red River Gorge right now, and number one, it's a beautiful day. I encourage everybody to go to the gorge and take in the natural beauty of this place, because it's really spectacular. But this one only grows in the gorge. Now, as of 2016, I think that they had found 117 populations of this particular plant, and of those 117 populations, a little over 80 of those were actually doing pretty well, okay? And so when I say that they're doing pretty well, it just means that they're stable, they're kind of holding together. And this is these are populations that are actually watched by I think U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and then also our own Office of Kentucky Nature Preserves, of which Tara Littlefield and that whole group of botanists and things, they come out and they do surveys on these populations to make sure that they are healthy. Up until about 2010, this one was actually on the federally threatened list. So this plant was federally threatened, and the reason that it was able to come off is because measurements have been put into place so that these things could be protected. One of those is to put up, and if you look in the background here, and I don't know if you can see it, but you can see like this chicken wire fence. This is probably one of the most popular locations getting attacked here. This is probably one of the most popular locations for people to come and see the flower that's a little bit more well known. So they put up these chicken wire fences like this just to let people know that, hey, getting into a stand of white-haired goldenrod can, obviously reduce the population. And why would people want to get up in these places anyway? Well, the place that it grows. So the one thing that about the Red River Gorge is it's known for its geological formations. Okay, so it has these beautiful rock formations, and so it has these beautiful overhangs and these rock shelters and everything. And so people like to get inside of them. Some people, for good reason, they want to come in, they want to see, because there's all kinds of really cool, neat formations in these sandstone rocks like this. Well, and then some people want to get in here and they want to destroy things, or they want to, start fires, or they want to dig up and see if they can find, artifacts or things that are found in the rock shelters. Well, that obviously, in addition to some of those practices, destroys the population of this plant that's only found in the Red River Gorge. We've only got it here. So where it grows is in these sandstone outcrops behind the drip line. So where water falls over, only behind the drip line will you find this plant growing. It is so gorgeous and I mean so unique that it's one of those things that we as Kentuckians should be proud that we have it here, because you don't find it anywhere else. So it's really kind of an amazing plant. Now, as far as goldenrod is concerned, as far as the overall Solidago group is concerned, what uses are there? So, the Solidago, the goldenrods have been used for things like kidney stones and to help with a variety of issues, getting rid of fungi and bacteria. It also is used as a diuretic as well, historically. Now, so I did a little bit of research and went to WebMD, which, generally I don't like to go to WebMD because, I get terrified that whatever it is I see on WebMD, I've probably got. But in this case, I was looking up goldenrod, and it said, it listed all of the things that goldenrod has been used for in the past. But the one thing about it is that there's no real scientific data to back up any of the uses for this particular plant. So I strongly encourage that you still continue to use all over-the-counter and prescribed medications to handle any illnesses or anything related to needing a diuretic or kidney stones or bladder infections or those kinds of things. So please make sure that you do that. Just a beautiful flower. It does get a Solidago or goldenrods actually do get a bad rap, because a lot of people will accuse them of being an allergen, which they are not. But they do grow at the same time when a lot of things we know come out that cause all kinds of allergy issues for most people that live in Kentucky and throughout the South. So, but anyway, 35 different species of Solidago. One of them is endemic. We do have some others. There's a Solidago shortii that grows up in the Blue Licks area. It's really a beautiful plant too. But this one though, Solidago albopilosa, white-haired goldenrod, is just so unique to Kentucky. And I don't know that you'll ever get the chance to come and see it, but if you do, appreciate it for the fact that it only grows in this little small area of the Red River Gorge, and it's just an absolutely stunning plant when you come and take a look at it. I'll try and take some pictures, put up a little bit more detail about it. If you have any questions about anything that I've said, feel free to contact me. My email address is eric, eric.comley, COMLEY @uky.edu. Or if you have questions about this or anything related to 4-H, feel free to contact me at the Garrett County 4-H Facebook page. I really appreciate you all watching, and this has been Eric Comley, Garrett County 4-H from On the Ground. Thank you very much.